Welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're going to make a Pornstar Martini. Quite a few people have asked for this one, so I didn't want to miss it out. This used to be one of my favourite cocktails. I first came across it in probably 2008 in the living room in Birmingham. Quite a few of you will probably remember that bar. Unfortunately it's no longer there, but just a bit of history about the Pornstar Martini. So it was devised in 1999 by a guy called Dan Ankara, and he worked at a bar called the Lab Bar in London. So he devised this cocktail, and there's many variations of it. You can use different ingredients, but this is how I make it. First of all though, we're going to just do a little bit of measuring. So I'm using these small glasses again. I've used these before when I made the espresso martinis. So I needed to adapt this recipe to fit this glass. So I looked at the measurements and the sort of quantities or the ratios of spirits and juice and everything else that you put in it. So I measured how much water I want in there, tipped it in here, and I've measured it to about 100 ml. And then I've just devised the recipe according to how big the glass is. So that's what lots of bars do for, you know, using certain glassware for certain drinks. So I can ditch that water now. This, by the way, this evening we're in my my bar that I'm building in my garden. I've made the bar top so far, and my lovely neighbours have put in the footings today, which are just down here, for the bricks to build up to sit this bar top on. And at the moment it's balanced on a trolley, which is going to just be to the left here, and that's going to have a Belfast sink in where I keep ice and drinks and stuff. And then I'm going to do more with the background and put some boxes up and shelves and things, so be pretty cool. So we'll run through the ingredients first. So today we are going to be using Pessoa, which is a passion fruit liqueur, so that's this one here. Some vanilla vodka, which we used before in the espresso martinis. Some Prosecco, which I've opened this time. I don't know if you watched previous videos that I've done, but I broke the cork in a bottle last time, so I've opened that in preparation. And then we're going to use some passion fruit juice, which I've got in a jug here. So I'll just show you the carton. So I've got this carton from Tesco's in the World Food section. So it's a Rubicon one, and it's just a still passion fruit juice. So always make sure you give it a shake before you pour it. What else have we got? We've got some passion fruits, which we're going to cut up in a second and prep. We've got some ice, of course, to shake. I've got some spare passion fruits here. I've got straw to taste with, a spoon, another spoon, a knife, and also I've got a chopping board here. Just a little trick when you're using a chopping board on the surface, I'm just using a piece of kitchen roll that I've dampened. I'll put it under there, and then the chopping board doesn't slip. So we'll prep the garnish first, because that's what we should always do. So I've got a passion fruit here. I'm going to cut it round the equator. Okay, so we are going to use 1 part to garnish it. So I'm just going to pop that in the front there. And we're going to use the other parts actually in the cocktail. Okay, so I've got some little bowls here to do. You can do all this prep before you start. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm just going to spoon out the passion fruit. Some people don't like the passion fruit seeds, so you can make it without. It's just not as authentic. So we're going to scrape the 3 of those out. So when we're shaking the cocktail and pouring it, these will probably stay in the shaker. A few of them will get through, the thinner ones. Okay, so I've got the pulp there. In some countries, like Australia, you can actually buy the pulp in a tin, which is quite handy. I'm just going to take that big bit out. So it's just the pips and the... So some people say it looks a bit like frog spawn, but I think it's delicious. So we've got that there ready. Now we are going to... I'm going to use my trusty £1.50 shaker. So for this, we're going to put the cheapest ingredient in first, so that'll be the juice. So I'm just going to use a shot glass here. So for this size glass, we are going to use 25 ml juice and 25 ml vodka. So we're using the same ratio of juice as vodka. So this is a 50 ml shot, roughly. So in here, I'm going to put the juice. I'm just going to give the juice a stir in case it's settled. So I'm going to put half in there like that. And then I'm just going to make it up with the vanilla vodka. So then you know you've got half and half. So we can tip that in. Then I'm going to put 15 ml of the Passoa in. So you can just judge it. So if half's 25 ml, then we can just sort of do half, just over half. It's up to you how you prefer it, really. Okay, so that's all of those things in there. This is a really quick and easy one. So now we're going to put in the pulp. We'll whack that in there. And then we're going to put some ice in. Sorry, I forgot to mention that we're chilling the glass there in front. Always make sure you wash your hands first as well. I'm actually going to make another couple of these shortly, and we'll give them to our neighbours that have helped. Well, he's basically done the footings today for me because I've been doing other stuff and relaxing a bit today. So remember that the ice is diluting the drink. You want to give it a good shake to get some of the ice melting. Okay, in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm just going to pour the Prosecco into a shot glass at the side. Okay, so there we've got our drink in there. So taking it out, discarding the ice that I'm chilling the glass with. So got a nice fresh glass there. We're going to use our sink strainer / hawthorn strainer. I'm going to pour that in there. Right, now you need to leave quite a big strip line because when you put the garnish in, it's going to take up some of the room of the glass. So that's there. And then you've got your Prosecco on the side. So I'm just going to go and grab the camera and show you a close-up of that. If you could only see how I've got my camera set up on here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. That there. I haven't got a trusty camera person today, like last week. So I'm back in the frame. So yeah, there's your Pornstar Martini. The camera's a bit wonky now because I haven't balanced it back on a twig. So enjoy your Pornstar Martinis. It's a shame the weather isn't as good as it was last weekend. One thing I didn't do before I poured it, I always forget to do this. Always used to get told off. It's really good. So enjoy your Pornstar Martinis sensibly. Don't go over the top. And have a great weekend. See you next week.